mechanics in team fights, Shiro has showed up as possibly one of the best we've seen so far. And then just to kind of flip it back to best player, I think best player just kind of has that well-rounded sense, right? Of in terms of overall game sense, knowing when and where to do things, the experience, right? So Shiro maybe lacking the most in experience here compared to Tarzan. It's definitely a battle, right? And who can evolve the fastest here?
You know what? I think Shiro has been to the MSC last year, right?
Yeah, but still, that was like.
I know what you're talking about, but I'm just saying on paper. I'm just saying on paper. I think
for in-person on-stage experience, Shiro maybe, but overall competitive experience, Tarzan's been around the block longer. He's got years. I'm a fan of Tarzan for a while now, right? I've been there for a while watching Tarzan. I remember watching him from Guapo, the NASL before that days. So yeah, I've been watching T-Rex Senpai. I've been watching. Yeah. Thank you.
Go check out them Facebook chats. You'll find my comments and shit. But yeah, but yeah, I think you know, looking at the way that he's been there for such a long time, we spoke about how Promise has always been forever second, right? At least in with the way that he's had this entire career in NA. But Tarzan has never really, you know, neither second nor first. Yeah,
I think second one time.
That one time was crazy against he with not be named the Dark Lord.
No, they beat them. I'm pretty sure. I think they lost to. That was what. Anyways, we're getting too lore deep right now. We're getting too lore deep.
Hey, that's what we want. The lore galore tonight.
Yeah, I think he was with. That was late in the night. That was when he was with Basic, and it was in LA. Wasn't it? Wasn't he on the team with Basic and them? And Basic did the cry face to he who must not be named.
Yeah. Dark Lord.
This is so long of a name. Kevin.
No, but I think definitely he's got the clutch factor. That's what makes Tarzan such a formidable jungler, right? We have seen him in the clutch, in flow state, like Shiro mentioned it. His flow state is like when Tarzan is peak, he's peak, right? There's no one really we've seen come close to that. It took the Dark Lord to really take him down when he was in his flow state. So right now, can Shiro channel his flow state and get into the Dark Lord mode, or, you know, surpass that flow state that Tarzan's been having the entire time? And it's a lower bracket final. It's a spot for the grand finals. It's a spot to showcase that you're one of the top teams in NA. And not just that, it's a battle between the two invited teams. They've beaten what, 90 something teams to get here now, and well, Night Horde especially 90 something, 95 teams right now, and for Vendetta they've had to go through what, 26 to 30 teams. And you know what, you guys asked me which team has the most used here, you know, which team has the most deeper hero pool. It was Leviathan, actually. 49 unique hero picks before today. Yeah, and Night Horde was 47.
Okay.
So Night Horde got deep pockets, but Freya left open.
Whoa.
This crazy.
Game one, Freya left open. Night Horde risking a lot here. Have we found it? But what else is left open then? What's the trade here? Is there anything?
There's no Phoveus. Oh, come on, this is a blind Freya, right? There's no Phoveus. This is a straight Freya pick if you're Vendetta, unless you want to go Harris
the other day.
Phoveus.
I swear to protect it till my last
Freya pick for VTA.
Yeah,
starting things off great.
You usually don't see the Freya let through even in a best of 5 global ban, so I don't know. I think this is okay. Yeah, Hylos is a straight Hylos is a good counter to the Freya. You can slow her attack speed down with a glorious pathway, bring the punishment, blah blah blah. Harith is another great choice in the gold lane. So yeah, I think this is a solid reply from Night Horde. But what, Guinevere plus something on VTA just makes it much more solid, or even Leomord at this point.
Oh, Guinevere and the Freya jumping on you? Oh no.
Yeah, I know, right? Guinevere plus is Etienne here, or Guinevere plus Eve? Oh my god.
For VTA?
Yeah. I think Guinevere plus something, just because you get Tarzan as comfort pick. Or if not Guinevere, you go for the red drain, just keep them in the fight.
Earlier today, I think Basha. There you go. Comfort.
Basha,
You kind of lack damage, and you have no range. It's a little scary. When you have the Freya, when you have the, I was gonna say, unless it's EXP lane Freya. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about EXP lane Freya. You need to get that gold so fast. Yeah. We've seen it once, I think. I think we saw it once, right?
Once?
So far in MCT.
I think, was it Leon or was it U2? One of those two teams that picked up the EXP Freya. Can't remember.
Leo more than high lows. This is a combo that we've seen Team Stamina has executed very well with, right?
Oh,
yeah. Remember the high lows and the Leo more, like they just get to the back line and they're deleted. So I do want to see this little combo happening.
The twin engine horsepower.
Wow.
There you go.
Oh, we got Leo and Hylos. Yeah, Leo Hylos.
You know, Leo, we're trying to get that twin engine
half man, half horse. Yeah.
Full man.
He almost left Barbiel behind.
I know. He almost.
Barbiel is the name of Leo Mort's horse. If you don't know that, Layla.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, he almost abandoned Barbiel for Hylos.
Double the manpower, half the horse. Bored, Lilia taking off.
Guys.
Is it Valentina, right? Valentina here?
Yeah. Yeah. Valentina, solid. Unless you want to go for the Zitian and save your Valentina for later, but overall Valentina would be clean here. Honestly, I might like the Zitian more here.
Yeah, I know. I was
because of the Freya. The Freya and the Bosch are kind of scary for a close range for the Valentina.
But like they're coming out swinging off the gates, aren't they? Game number one.
Everybody is.
Teams, like you look at the lineups, like they're swinging. They're like, we want momentum on our side. Yeah, there you go. Zetian is going to be the choice. Play a little bit of a front to back. You have crazy frontliners. You have the dive with the Herod present as well. Now VTA need to find answers. It's going to come what? Now we're going to see where these picks are going to get slotted. It's jungle, Baksha, or it's going to be Roam Baksha,
Blue here.
Or it's going to be Freya EXP, Freya Gold.
Thank you, Glue and Glue Plus.
I think Khalid plus something, right?
These are, yeah, too. I like the Glue against the Hylos.
Yeah, it's Glue against the Leomord is great too. So, but then they're just lacking so much. I mean, yeah, I guess it makes sense, but I'm just looking up the physical damage department. If you go Glue, then you go with the Lapu Lapu in the EXP lane, or possibly like a marksman. There you go, Khalid.
I guess, but yeah, the Khalid gives you some nice physical damage early game. That is true. And the Alice, this is just, do they have enough? Is this enough damage though? Like everything's on.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, yeah, Eve does decent damage. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. It's literally four fighters and Eve.
One mage, a conductor in the back line.
With the team comp for VTA, you know, you pick one and you dive that, and as soon as the one that you dive dies, you good, right? And you're just trying to set it so that it's always a 5v4.
I think definitely that 5v4 is possible, but I love the CC coming through, right? The CC is such a great pick. Like, it's such a great pick coming out from the side of Night Horde. That's why they saved it until the end, just to see where this Freya is going to be slotted.
Yeah, Freya goaling. All right, this is the lineup.
This is great. It counters all of it.
For the last series of the night, first game of this last series, we have Tarzan on Basha, which he's really well known for and he's done really well with. Shiro on Leomord, but Leomord and Hylos combo, I'm telling you, I really do like that a lot. And I feel
Twin engine horsepower.
This is gonna be a banger match.
All right, let's jump in to to the last best of 5 tonight, the lower bracket grand finals. Vendetta and a revenge match up against the Night Horde. If you're just joining us, this is the first match of the series. Kronos, what do we got to talk about?
We're gonna talk about how this game has been put to a halt for a few seconds, ladies and gentlemen, because they're trying to make sure the excitement cannot be contained. So call all your friends, you know, get all your Discord friends to start looking at this, because this is the game of the night. And you know what? The winner goes to face Alpha 7 North in the grand finals. And if you blink, you might just miss it, because I feel like this series might be more exciting than the grand finals of the North, MCT North. Just saying. I feel like.
What are you implying, Kronos?
Look.
I don't know. If Vendetta makes it, we could go 7 games.
Yeah, I know. First up, we need to make sure, you know, everyone is on the edge of their seat, of course, for this series. And
no, it could be a banger.
No, I'm just saying. The other thing is lore galore. Like, we've got Vendetta, who've beaten them twice, right? And Night Horde coming back with a vengeance. But Vendetta got beaten twice by Alpha 7 now, brutally, right? They're able to get the game and then lose control all of a sudden. So morale's at an all-time low if you're Vendetta, and if you're Night Horde, morale's at an all-time high, and you're coming in looking for that, you know, looking for some vengeance. And Vendetta, in the meantime, they're just looking to hang around. They're looking to see if they can absorb the damage coming out from the Night Horde. And I think this is gonna be a battle of more than in-game outplays, mechanical, macro, and all. I think it's a battle of mentality. Do Vendetta still have that mental to take it to Night Horde after losing out in a best of 5 in what was so close for them to get to the grand finals, right, of MCT North? Meanwhile, Night Horde, they just want revenge. So tell me this is not a great story.
It is. It's peak storytelling, honestly. It's exactly what we like to see. It's why we love esports. It's not just about the game. It's about the players and the teams that take us where we are. Fun fact, it's been 6 games. 6 games, and Night Horde has only been able to take 1 from Vendetta.
Sheesh.
And overall, and that game was 6 games ago. So Vendetta on a 5-game streak against the Night Horde right now. Can the Night Horde change it in game number 1 here? Ooh.
Oh, how can it be possible, right? What's the way to make it happen? And you can see already the emblem setups coming through. The marksman emblem being run by Shiro. He knows what's up. Mage emblems, he got inspired, and cooldowns are online. And Master Assassin coming in from Melon, of course. That's nice to see. He wants to pick these 1v1s.
Yeah, so at this point, honestly, even with the pressure from Vendetta having this Khalid in this laning phase, Night Horde dealing with it well. Nobody kind of really overstepping their boundaries. Turtle will be up in 30 seconds, and the cutoff from T, Churrobarmy, Merciless is very clean. Gonna make it hard for Night Horde to even try to break through here.
T, just being a pain, right? Just needs to scout out these bushes. He needs to play as aggressive as he can on this Khalid. Be that front line like Tarzan wants to be. You can see already Merlin can't really contest. No glorious pathway, so they can't go in.
Shiro, though, might try to pull something here.
Oh, Siri.
Fabiel does come out. The Steed comes in, but Churrobarmy able to take it. Look at the damage zone to the mid side. Shiro goes down. Tarzan getting the kill. Merlin drops as well. And now they're going to move on to RR. He tries to dash through. T uses the flicker. Just get a little bit more damage onto him. T almost goes down, but Churrobarmy takes him out. And that puts a kill, 3 kills into the hands of Vendetta.
How are they able to do this, right? How are Night Horde allowing them to do this? And did you see the position of the RWM come from Churro? It felt like he was playing on the red side for a second. That was a red side positioned RWM. Yeah, so I think Vendetta just do they just have the number of Night Horde? Because look at the damage dealt. Churobami, definitely after that big play of the RWM, has the highest damage. T to follow with the Khalid. RR making it to the fights, but they're not able to capitalize.
Merlin gets tracked down here. Fury of the Phoenix does help get the stun, and now Vendetta might want to back off. Churobami goes down. Shiro able to find him, and Tarzan on the run with the Tortoise Poussants, trying to get a little bit of speed. Melon comes in with Valkyrie Descent and instantly drops down onto Merlin. Shiro gets the kill on a Tarzan, but now they're chasing down Shiro, and Shiro's stuck in the jungle. Kistler tries to come in, drops him on force, but it's just not enough to save the day. T able to escape safely, but Shiro's already gone, and now Kistler in a bad position, forced to use a flicker back to his lane.
Yeah, and you can tell that they want the aggression in the early. They want to be the aggressors in the early, and with this kind of a composition, they need to maximize what they can put out in the early game, because like you said, they don't look like they've got a late game hero on their side. Yes, we can't underestimate the damage that they can put out in a 5v5 brawl, right? But and it comes down to position, and Churobami's got to be positioned really well for it to happen. Night Horde not going to allow that to happen, of course. But if you're Vendetta, pedal to the metal. You want to be the aggressors. Hit the gas. Don't stop for any curves. Don't stop for any traffic lights. You want to drift your way through to the finish line. Otherwise, the later the game goes, the harder Kistler starts hitting.
Yeah, but it's the same thing for Melon right now. And Vendetta, you're right. They've already got this lead, and when you have a huge fighter composition like this, just keep running it. Barbiel does come out. RWM drops as well. Look at the damage on a Shiro. Shiro able to get the turtle right before he's taken out, and Merlin drops next. Siri now getting involved, getting a little bit of poke damage on multiple members, but Merciless and Tarzan don't want to stop it. Merciless gets the flow of blood to get away, but now Tarzan's in a bad spot, taken out by Kistler. RR looking to try to close the distance on Merciless. Merciless used the flicker, but still goes down. And now RR finally taken out by Melon. Vendetta find 2, 3. The fight lasted so long, they're already back on the map. It's 3 total, but Night Horde find 2 for themselves.
And Vendetta don't mind taking a fight to Night Horde because they have the aggressive composition firstly, and this has sort of been Night Horde's MO, right? They want to play as aggressive as they like. They want to get brawly. They want to get in your face. They want to be able to mechanically outplay you. Meanwhile, Vendetta, they know how to slow the pace of the game down. They've done that before. We've seen it. They've slowed down the pace to a certain, the pace of the game to a certain point where it feels like you're forcing the opposition to kind of run on autopilot, and they're so good at doing that. And that's what makes them a great team. That's why they were there in the upper bracket finals. Meanwhile, Night Horde struggling to bridge that gap between, you know, what could be a good team and what is a great team. And I think if they're able to get the better of Vendetta in this series, we can start categorizing them in that great conversation, right? There are experienced players on their side, of course, but errors, mistakes, fumbles, that's something that we don't want to see, and we've seen that in the previous series in the match against Leviathan. Hope we don't get to see a repeat of that, because if they do, Vendetta are just gonna blitz away and run away with the game.
All right, so Night Horde, they just need to try to stall it, right? Buy time, and they are holding all their towers up still. 6.5 minutes in. If they can keep it this way, and I think RR is going to be able to handle this Melon a little bit better here, but Melon's already making his way down to the turtle, and if third turtle goes in the hands of Vendetta, we could look at a possible close to 2K gold lead, especially if they get a kill along with it. Night Horde, on the other hand, want to try to fight for it. Nice poke damage on to Melon there. Merlin gonna hold the front side. Shiro not being allowed in. The Steed does come out, trying to break through, gets a push back on a Merciless. Fear the Phoenix, maybe popped a little bit too early, but RWM lined up with a Valkyrie Descent and a Raging Sandstorm, and Shiro's instantly taken out along with Merlin. Now T's gonna move down to the boss side as Melon chases down RR. Siri under the tower, caught up by Merciless. Melon look for the re-engage. Siri cannot escape the flicker through, but T wants to go hunting. 4 members down on the side of Night Horde, and Vendetta will take the turtle as well, boosting them up to a 3,000 gold lead.
Hey, they went hunting. They got more than the turtle. They definitely got a face full of Night Hordes. And all of a sudden, whatever hopes that Night Horde had kind of starting to slip. But if you are Night Horde, you know you've got a late game composition. You got a beast that's sleeping right now. You want to wake up Kistler on this Herod. You want to get him online as quickly as possible. And not just that, that CC, once you start getting those damage items going, maybe the War Axe plus the Hunter Strike, yeah, you can see this damage start coming online with that Curtain Call being used up at the right time. And I think Tarzan's going to be prime target, maybe even T, even Melon to certain extent. Actually, anyone at this point. It's just Churro Bomb. He's going to be so difficult for them to reach into the back line. And those glorious pathways will be crucial. And we've seen insane glorious pathways coming out from T today. Can we see the same thing from Merlin, right? It's not a crazy pick that we like to see in the hands of Merlin. Nothing mechanically outstanding. It's just now, how are you going to play the map? How are you going to outthink what Vendetta are trying to put forward?
And realistically, Merlin's not having the greatest start to things. He had some decent plays earlier in the series, but right now you're up against Vendetta. And normally Merlin wants to hold the front side, but there's just so much damage on the front side. There is no marksman, right? Everyone just tracks you down, and that's why Merlin's sitting at 0, 4, and 3 right now. So time is of the essence for Vendetta. Night Horde wanting to buy as much as possible. I like how you mentioned Kistler, 1, 0, and 1. He hasn't taken a death. He has been able to farm, but still, it's going to be hard for him to drop a good Zamon's Force into the midst of an Alice, a Freya, you know, Tarzan. Yeah, timing is going to be key. He's got to play his mind off this game to really pull things back together.
It's possible, though. It's definitely possible with the tools that he has around him. With Siri, the Fury of the Phoenix, Aura can buy some time or poke them down. Merlin, I think that's why I say this glorious pathway is going to be such an important tool when he uses it, right? The timing of it, the revitalize, that allows Kistler to play with that Zaman Force when he wants to. And layering the skill is going to be important for Vendetta, and you can already see they're hacking away at the Lord, maximizing what they can do. About 5k goal lead right now. They want to pull away as much as possible.
Ooh. RWM comes out. RR caught in the midst of it. Kistler able to make his way back to it, but he goes right onto Shirobami. Down goes Shiro, RR as well, and Merlin taking out Kistler, drops him on Force, but now it's just to try to get away as Merlin chases him down. T as well, he's under the tower, but they're following in. Tarzan with the cutoff. Kistler will not escape this one, tries to dash through, but there's just no escape from Vendetta.
Some would say if that was a Purify, that would have been nice for Kistler, right? It would have allowed him to stay longer in these team fights. And look at Vendetta. T is trying to get into their heads early. He wanted to call it a night. He's been playing 5 games already. He doesn't want to go for another 5 at the moment. It's only the first one of the series, but with the way Vendetta are playing, they starting to look clean. Not a lot of mistakes. 4 times 4 is 16. 7.5k goal lead in their hands, reaching 8k right now. Holy Shields are about to pop at the 11th minute mark. The Lord slow push down the bot side, maximize what super minion waves you can get.
All right, can they get an inhibitor out of this? The bottom shield hasn't been popped yet. Lord's already pretty low, will go down. Night Horde able to defend pretty cleanly. Vendetta though with 8,000 gold lead, they just freeze these lanes, they eat up your jungle, they hang out and wait.
They wait, bide their time, looking for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity to present itself. But I mean, if you're Vendetta, you create the opportunity as well, right? Because you've got yourself the Alice, you've got that Throne of Ruin. It's a massive AoE skill. Again, no Purify from the side of Night Horde. The lack of respect for the crowd control that Vendetta are bringing into this game, that's hurting them. I don't know, was it a mistake? Was it overreading it, overconfident into this game?
Overconfident? I don't know.
I mean, come on. Like, would you play a Flicker Hereth here?
I mean, you can barely, it's almost like playing a Flicker Claude, you know? You don't really need the Flicker, right? It's a fast moving hero, you can dash around. There's not really many reasons, unless there's literally zero crowd control on the other team. Yeah, you're risking it. We've seen a lot of players pay the price for getting hyper aggressive, but look at the Throne of Ruin paired up with an RWM, and Shiro and Merlin are taken out immediately. Valkyrie's Descent drops down, and Night Horde is still hiding under the base. They should have never came out.
They should have never, that's for sure. But another thing, how Vendetta are freezing their lanes. calling
They got to come out to eat.
forcing them out, right?
Yeah.
And they got to come out. They got to scout out the bushes. They got to do something to try and get the gold into the pockets of Kistler, because Kistler not having any gold is equal to them just getting slowly choked out at this point. Put them in a sleeper. They're not gonna tap. They're gonna pass out. That's what the game plan for Vendetta is, and Horde don't want to let that happen. They're okay losing a couple of bodies. It's all right, but you open up the map a little bit more. Let Kistler get these minions in his pocket, and now all of a sudden the long lanes are starting to push in. The top side, the Lord is present. Vendetta are hacking away at it, and they have no possible way to contest apart from the Fury of the Phoenix. That was the hit.
All right, so quick Lord. There's nothing Horde, like you said, nothing Horde can do at all. Can they defend this though?
I think it's possible. Definitely. Oh, look at the bot side. No concealed play. Shiro, what are you doing?
Shiro way out of position. No escape. Now it's a bit harder to defend. You're down a man. Lord's coming now. It's 30 seconds. Lord should make it. Horde gonna try to mess up these lanes a little bit.
They're trying. They're trying, right? 25 seconds. I think it's enough time for Shiro to come in, but the damage is already done. It's gonna delay the defense that they could have. Vendetta reaching or closing into a 10k gold lead at this point, and this is where you want to be with a composition like this, with a Freya, with a Khalid, with an Alice, with a Basha. You want this big gold lead in your favor. Merciless on the bot side, Throne of Ruin. Lord is still there in mid lane.
Yeah, Lord connects on to mid side. Up on top, Tarzan hangs out, trying to clear the wave as well. Inhibitor finally does break as Lord marches forward. Shiro tries to chip away at it. It's brought down to about 20%. Vendetta, switch tails, go to the top side, wait for the next wave to connect. Tarzan continues to hunt around the map. There's another wave on the bottom side as well. Horde is forced to split up with 4 members at the top on Vendetta. They're gonna have to move, but Kistler drops him on Force in the re-engage from Horde. Vendetta now on the run. Turtle Bombing taking a lot of damage and does fall. And now it's Tarzan along with Merciless caught in the middle. Melon taken out by Kistler, and the bomb has finally got off. The clock has ticked, and Horde is trying to fight back. Merciless brings it out, looks for the Throne of Ruin, finds RR, looking for more members, but Merciless is turning this around, but Kistler's not going down. He's not going down right now. The shield is insane. It's him versus T. It's him versus Merciless. It's Kistler versus the world right now. He's backing off. Merciless wants to chase him down. T drops it. Kistler still going. Kistler still going, but he's out of mana. He's out of gas. Can he get away right now?
He tried. He really tried. He really tried. I thought he'd sell some items to get the immortality, and then next thing you know, he pops back up with full mana. That was a possibility, to be honest. But I think at this point, Vendetta just have their number, right? They tried everything that they could possibly in that fight. Yes, it was a good clapback, but Vendetta are too far ahead. They're just too far ahead. 10k goal lead now. Yes, 8k, but 8k is massive. That's what, 3 BODs at that point, 3 holy crystals. Oh, Vendetta full build. The Wishing Lantern was purchased by Churro a while ago, before that fight even started, and that was his last item. Tarzan's getting to a full build. Melon and T are almost full. Yes, Horde not there yet, and it's gonna take a while for them to get there. They're 10k behind, and it all coming down to the aggression that Vendetta have. The Lord is down on the bot side. It's not even Evolved Lord, but they don't want it.
All right, T able to get the stun on a Shiro. Shiro on the backside, look for Turtle Bobby, trying to get the close in. Can he do it? Arbitrium comes down to Shiro, gets the kill. Shiro's still up, able to just get away. He escapes safely. And now Horde is closing in once again. Tarzan down, Churro gone, and Melon drops the Valkyrie's Descent, able to take out Merlin. Can they get the re-engage? Kistler in a bad spot. Melon trying to close the distance. The passive from Siri pushes him away, and it buys Kistler just a moment, a second, and Kistler flickers in, looking for Melon. Zavon's first drop, and Melon goes down. Kistler is carrying this team on his shoulders right now.
Hey, that back's got to be hurting at this point. Boy, it's Kistler's put Horde on his back for this entire game. But the opening was provided by Shiro, right? Able to use the speed at the right time in the face of Churobami and dishing out the damage when he dropped down that RWM. It was really good. Of course, Siri with the clutch engage coming from the Fury of the Phoenix, able to absorb so much damage. T went in with the Raging Sandstorm, 5-0-17. On a Khalid.
0-7. I thought that was going to end at 7, but then you threw in the teen, and I was like, wait, what? I had to recheck. I'm like, oh, wow, that's real.
Yeah, I know, and not just that. Look at Merciless, 3, 2, and 19. They have been playing this Ube-esque composition really well, but the problem being, once they've used up all their skills in those fights, right? They're sitting ducks. Yes, Merciless doesn't have a lot of skills to, you know, put out apart from the flow and blood, but T has been their primary engage, and T not picking the right targets is really hurting the chances of Night Horde. Again, I cannot, you know, call me a broken record. They don't have a Purify. If T finds the right engage on the right target, Vendetta can cook. And look at the goal lead. It's caught up. It's barely anything now. It was 10K. It's barely anything.
Night Horde is now in control. Time's up. Tick, tick. Night Horde's at your door right now. Vendetta definitely have to make a play to make this work. They have to close in on Kistler. But the thing is even in the last fight, we saw Siri. Siri stays close to Kistler. The passive doesn't only help Siri, but it helps Kistler as well. You pair that up with Merlin, who's willing to die for the cause. It buys Kistler enough time to really pop off. Another thing is Shiro's been doing such a good job at zoning in onto Churobami. It's worth it. If Churobami goes down, the back line is gone.
Game's easy.
Everything helps. Shiro can even die for that kill. And honestly, it puts Night Horde in a good position for the fight.
Yeah, looking at them, their full build across the board. Oracle picked up by RR, has a Malefic Roar, so that's some good news. He has the Shred. Queen's Wings on the side of Shiro. Holy Crystal purchased by Siri, and you can see the amount of damage that he's putting on. Not just that, with the help of the Wishing Lantern, and Wishing Lantern in the hands of Kistler as well, doing so much damage because of the tanky front line that they have on the side of Vendetta. Forget front line, they got a tanky lineup entirely. So that Wishing Lantern is coming in clutch along with the Divine Glaive. That's a glass cannon if I've never seen one before. Kistler is a full glass cannon at this point. No Oracle, no Brute Force, nothing. He's full damage, and that's why the timing of him to come into the fights is going to be crucial. Doesn't even have the immortality, no Winter Crown, nothing. He trusts his teammate to give him the space that he needs, and when he drops the Zaman Force, he wants to dance around all night long like there's no tomorrow. And that's what Night Horde needs to do. Hey, look at the goal lead for the first time the entire game. That's a 100 goal lead on the side of Night Horde. Not like it matters at this point, but that's the first time of the whole game. It's what, 20 minutes in, we're looking at a 400 goal lead on the side of Night Horde. Night Horde have found the formula, right, to take down Vendetta in game number 1. And if you're Vendetta, it must be hurting really bad because you went through a grueling best of 5 before this, which went what, 20+ minutes almost every single game except for the last one. And now what you thought could be an early game easy win with a 10K goal lead, you let that slip, you fumble that, and now we're in 20 minutes deep, and Night Horde have the shotgun and Vendetta looking down the barrel.
Yeah, it's a mental game at this point, and Night Horde has definitely found the formula. Can they find a way into this Lord Pit, though? Shiro also there, and that's one good thing about this fighter lineup that Vendetta has. They have great zoning capabilities. They can build the wall, right? They can just kind of keep them at bay, and Night Horde has to fully commit. If Night Horde wants to go for this, it's an all or nothing fight, right? There's no catching someone off guard. Vendetta's sticking together. Kistler and Merlin are going to try to make their way into the river. They do get vision onto the Lord, and it does get reset, though.
And not just that, look at the map, though. The map from Vendetta, the waves are pushing in, right? They've got 2 inhibitors gone. The bot side is pushing in. They've got a whole big
wave. Look at the bot. Wait a second. Ooh, Melancy's coming, drops Valkyrie's Descent, though, but he's taking way too much damage. Merlin gets a pick onto him. Immortality pops and T's there as well. Tarzan drops. Vendetta's been split up, and Night Horde is finding them one by one. Merciless and T are the last 2 standing, and that's where Night Horde gets them. They split them up. Once Vendetta splits up, it's over. Team to the backside trying to buy time. The Immortality pops. And that's it, a shutdown for Kistler. This might just be it. Night Horde trying to crash down the mid. Merciless jumps in. Does have the Throne of Ruin, able to pop in to get the stun. Still trying to buy as much time as possible. The damage just too much. Immortality. Night Horde's like, forget it. We're moving past you. We're going onto the base, and we're going to take game number 1.
The time bomb was ticking. It exploded. It took 20+ minutes to get there, but Night Horde knew and found the answer. They knew the assignment. T can recall all he wants. He didn't know. They knew what was coming. They knew the timing of when the bomb was going to explode. They knew that balloon was going to pop. And oh my God, when it popped, it felt really good for Nighthorde.
Yeah, because for them it felt suffocating for the whole, you know, early game in the beginning. It's just it just felt like you're just going up against a wall of bruisers, right? If they come at you, you just, the fact that they were just zoned in their base, they can't even go out and get gold, to turning this game around and winning this game is just unreal to me.
And you can take a look. I mean, everyone was kind of full build. There's nothing really I would say that was missing. Corrosion side coming out from Shiro in the late game with the help of the golden staff. That was just so that he can get these fast basic attacks on top of Churro, try and melt them down as quickly as possible, to also to try and take down the base crystal towards the end, because he knew he didn't have a lot of time, right? He didn't have the burst capability, or didn't have the amount of sustain to stay in these fights for long enough to get those bursts down. So he needed to hack away at Churobami, who was the conductor in the back line. And without the conductor, what's an opera, right?
No songs to sing, nothing to hear, nothing to play. Vendetta, man, you know, I think on that first Lord, if they could have just maybe broke a holy defense before the push, things could have been different. And you have this early game comp, you have to think about all those things, right? You get 2 Lords. After that, it's a wrap. It's G's. There's no way to come back against the composition the Nighthorde have. And when you pick a composition like that, that's your risk, right? You need to know how to close out early on, and they were unable to do it. But Nighthorde once again shows something we saw last time. They can push to the late game, and it's something they kind of lacked previous that now they have seemed to really pull together. And maybe it's the flow state, maybe it's whatever you want to call it, but their late game has definitely tremendously improved.
Their late game has improved, and they're looking a lot more clean, right? They even made Layla chuckle towards the end.
We heard you.
I was so unbelievable, you know, when I observed that, and the way that they held it together until the time was theirs, and they just took that opportunity and they really reaped in the reward. So yes, this team looks completely different than the last time that they went against Vendetta.
I mean, you know what? The other thing though, if you're Vendetta, this game's got to be a little demoralizing, isn't it? You're coming off of a great best of 5 where you fell short, right? You were at match point, and then you let Alpha 7 take 2 games off of you back to back, off of the mistakes that you made. And not just that, now coming into this game, or into this series, you get yourself a 10k goal lead, my guy. 10k goal lead. That's insane. The only thing that was left was the base. All they had to do was play the map. They tunnel visioned. They just wanted to they just want to beat down Nighthorde. Unfortunate, they walked up in the wrong alley. Nighthorde were waiting. They were waiting to pounce on them. They bought enough time for themselves for Kistler to pop off, and when he popped off, it was difficult for them to stop. And not just that, I think in the last fight, Kistler wasn't even there. Kistler wasn't even doing all the damage. It was Shiro, RR, and Siri. And Merlin was the one who was able to provide that glorious pathway to slow down the opposition. Look at this fight. The amount of shield that Kistler has. And this is full damage. No Oracle,
needs an immortality?
Nothing.
Who needs an immortality when you got shield like that? He said he was a glass cannon. He was a bulletproof glass cannon. It was hard to break that glass right there. My guy was able to sit in the midst of it all and just output. And even in this fight, this is where things really kind of turned around. This is where the last one, it was close. But God, the pushback. Watch for Siri, right? T tries to close distance and get the final hit on the Kistler, and the passive saves him. Kistler's like, oh, game time. Flicker forward.
No. I know, we know what happened though. That was amazing.
Yeah, it definitely was. You can see Kistler here as well. Like this is the one fight where he had the damage. He didn't even bother. Flicker forward, try to get the base. Siri was the one dishing out the damage from far off. And I think it's Shiro getting the Windtalker in the end just to be able to hit the base crystal much faster. MVP Siri, well played with those engages with the Fury of the Phoenix. 2-1 and 13. Yeah, the rejuvenated Nighthorde. After that roster swap, we were questioning it, man. We were questioning it for days. It's starting to show now. It has a delayed effect, but the effects looking good.
It took a little time to join the mold, you know? Everything had to seal up, and now he feels like he's been part of the team the whole time, right? It honestly feels like Night Horde is grooving together even better. Siri so far has showed he's gotten what, multiple MVPs just today, or has just been on fire mostly today. I feel like the guy, in terms of aggressive MMs, we've seen him on Lilias, we've seen him on kiting people like this, we've seen him on, you know, siege mages, everything from front to back. He has the full package right now.
That's definitely true. He's done very well since coming in, you know, into this rock